You know, when you get into your car and you put your seatbelt on, we have every intention of never using that seatbelt, okay? So we put the seatbelt on and we use it, all right? So we clip it on, but our seatbelt or our airbags shouldn't be deployed, and I'm careful of using should statements, okay? But all going well, airbag, our ABS, so our anti-lock braking system, your steering assist, your seatbelt, all of these things, if we're driving our car well, we're reading the road conditions properly, we don't deploy these things, okay? So I think that we should be viewing our lead the same, okay? And again, I'm very careful about using should statements, okay? Because there's things that I always go, who says so, okay? So if this rings true for you, awesome. If it doesn't, cool, you can get on with your day and you don't need to tell me about it, that you don't agree with me, all right? So we put our lead on our dog, all right? And so much of our training, loose lead walking training and behaviour modification training comes from that lead, us using the lead, either through pressure, by putting pressure on the dog or the release of that pressure, or worse, we put a prong collar or a choke chain or a slip lead on the dog and put even more pressure or pain on the dog, all right? So everything about that is us using the lead, having that lead in your hand. And unfortunately, because we are primates, as soon as you put something in your hand, you're going to start using it, all right? And the lead is designed, it's designed for us to use the lead, it's not designed for the dog to use the lead, all right? So regardless of what you're doing, I think a good way to get around this or to approach this is to do everything that I can with my dog so that I am not using the lead, and that's what I aim for with my clients. We are not trying to use the lead, all right? So if we're moving properly, and we're anticipating well, we're observing behaviours well, we're reinforcing the right things at the right behaviours at the right time, all right, we shouldn't have to use that lead, okay? Now, I'm not saying, because people start not listening to what I'm saying and then get big angry typing, the lead is there as your safety belt, as your seat belt, okay? So just in case something goes wrong, all right, you're walking down the street with your dog on the lead, we're aiming for that lead to be loose the whole time, okay? And for the reason why the dog is walking on a loose lead, because the dog wants to be with us, not because they want to avoid a harsh correction on their neck or on their body, okay? So if your dog does get put in a position where your training isn't sufficient at that point, okay, you've got your the lead there as your safety belt, okay, the same as we've got in our car in case somebody does pull out in front of us, okay? And it's there to take into account the fact that the world can be a random place, all right? And we make it less random by doing more training and having more awareness of our environment, all right? So I'll put up a video, it'll either be the one before this or the one after this, okay, with Roxy, the German Shepherd. So that was our last training session today. And we did this beautiful interaction with other dogs, all right? And we did it without using the lead, and also without using any words from us, okay, because that's the other human thing. So we've got grabby hands and chatty mouths, says me who makes video blogs, all right? But we've got, we did it all with our body language and our movement, all right? So try and view your lead as a seat belt, okay, which is there not to be used, rather than something which is to be used, okay? So think about this as going back to that driving analogy. Imagine we taught you how to drive a car the same way as we use a lead on our dog, as we just keep throwing you into positions or situations where you keep crashing the car and the seatbelt keeps saving your life, okay? And it wouldn't be a particularly good model for teaching, all right? So just some things to think about, and I'll catch you next time. Love and peace to you all.